What is up, BookTube, AuthorTube, YouTube, and any other kind of tube that might bring you here, coming through here today? We are ready to rock and roll with some productivity sprints, or if you prefer, productivity sprints. So I don't know. It might depend on the region of the country you're from. I don't know, but I typically say productivity. We can debate that later at another time. But I am Sandy Gholston here, Sandy Gholston BookTube TV, and I am joined by two of my Voltron Force colleagues here, and I'm going to give them a chance to introduce themselves. And I'm going to go in. I'm going to go right. Oh, go down. Let's see. Let's do Shay right here. Shay with Tha Hobbies.
Hey everybody, my name is Shay. My channel is Shay with Tha Hobbies. I be writing, I be reading, I be creating. If that's something that you think you could be interested in, mosey on over to my channel. But remember, I, like all my content, is black with the big old B. So, just know that before you click the comment button. That's me.
There we go.
Yay!
Let's go right here.
Other way.
Well, see, on my screen, it's this way. Okay. All right.
Oh, so you've inverted. You've converted to the new way of things. Well,
Oh, yeah.
Sandy, I came through here through a series of tubes, if you remember. That's how the internet was constructed back in the day. My name is Margaret Pinard. That is the name of my channel. So check it out if you're interested. I do AuthorTube and BookTube content. I'm an eclectic reader, but I've got tastes that are like, I don't know, wide-ranging, but strangely niche. I guess you would call it. And what I write is historical fiction. So I've got probably more than a smattering of that than what people are used to, because it's a tiny little piece of the pie on the BookTube. So yes, we're representing the historical.
So you got a chance to corner the market right there. I mean, you got your niche here, and
there you go.
You got a chance to take control of it right now. So it's all on. There you go, right there. I see that face right there. It just might be a little bit more daunting.
I wish I could give it a basketball metaphor, something like trying to full court press from the opposite free throw line or something, because that's what I feel like I'm doing.
Yeah. All it takes is a steal, and you can get on a fast break, and you just dunk on somebody right there.
Yeah.
So we're all about dunking on people here. So
Positivity.
Information for everybody's channel should be in the description box. I set this up like almost a month ago, so let's hope that I got it right when I set it up initially. If I did, then you should be all set to see where everybody's channel is and get familiar with them. Go ahead and subscribe, watch, follow, comment, do all those good things that YouTubers love when people come through do. So today, again, we are going to productivity sprint, and I thought we could talk about the kind of things that we are going to be working on today. And Margaret has got her note game on point as always. Sometimes you can still use. Do you use pencils or do you use pens?
This time I used a red pen because I needed to get in gear.
So we were having a discussion the other day about whether people still use pencils or not.
Oh.
And then it got into a discussion about whether you use regular number 2 pencils or you use mechanical pencils. And so mechanical pencils, it is. Shay got her mechanical pencil game. So apparently, because we were talking,
I use regular pencils to sketch. I use regular pencils to sketch or draw, but I use mechanical pencils to write.
There you go. Because we were asking students, and apparently very few students have pencil sharpeners anymore. So if you don't have a pencil sharpener, then you probably can't make much use of a number 2 pencil here.
I still have my pencil sharpener from
Mine
8th grade.
is on my bed. Mine is on my bed. Well, because I color and coloring pencils, so my pencil sharpener is on my bed.
So you got little one. You got the little one that you can sharpen that way.
I have part of it. See, it was like a little stage, and then there was a horse on top. So what I have is like the little stage. The horse has since fallen off. It's been about 30 years. So yeah.
Wait, Shay, what do you got, Shay? Yeah, you got your pencil sharpener.
Okay.
All right.
Nope, we can't hear you. You haven't switched over to the
I
headphones.
just said mine's $1. Mine's like a Dollar Tree one, and it's like
Okay.
battery powered, and like yeah, so it'll like you have to like hold it in there so it'll like sharpen it. But yeah,
Nice.
Okay. So one of
because
the
those other ones I'm always breaking. Because like the sharpener will work, but like the case that it's in will be like really
Yeah.
flimsy plastic, and I'll like hold it just a little too tight.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when I bought my house, one of the hidden gems. So in the basement of my house, I've got like this full bar and everything, and there's like an old school pencil sharpener that's screwed to the wall. Yes, the old school one from back in the
The
day.
one that you used to only use because you wanted everybody to see your fresh outfit, so you walked to the front of the class and did that one. Yep.
Yeah, there's memes with that, and I love them. It's totally relatable.
Well, we used to like, when in elementary school, we would always ask the teacher, Miss Stewart, can I get up and sharpen my pencil? Because we get up and act a fool and be all dramatic going up to sharpen our pencil. And she caught on to that pretty quick. So, it was up on that. We couldn't get away with that too much. But anyway, enough about pencil sharpening. What are we working on today? Margaret, you can go first this time.
Sure. So my first order of business is reserving a cover. I am like in the final stages for a short story collection. So in order to get the timing right for like the final edits and the formatting and the publication, I need to get started on the cover. So that's my first item of business, is writing to my favorite cover company and saying, hey, can you reserve this for a week? And then I'll send all the details, because then it gives me a deadline.
Look at you doing it like a pro.
Yeah.
Shay, what do you got going on tonight?
Okay, so since we do like a 2-hour window, the first hour I'm gonna focus on doing some housework and listening to some audio books, because I have like 4 books I have to discuss between now and Wednesday, and I haven't finished any of those 4, so I need to do that. And then the second half, I'm gonna work on my horror short story. There's a submission contest for like Last Black Girl Standing, for Black and non-binary authors to write, and so like I need to get a jump on it because it ends on the 31st. So I got a little bit over a month to get there. So
nice.
That's what I'm going to be doing.
Nice. So tonight I'm going to continue editing. I decided to go through and do another round of editing for the book that I'm querying right now. So it was, what I did with this book that I'm working on is I wrote it many years ago. I wrote it, I don't even want to give away how old I am, but I wrote it probably, let's just say a long time ago. I wrote it a long time ago, and then I decided I was going to modernize it. I'm modernizing it right now, and I'm putting the modern elements of social media and all that other stuff in it to bring it up. I am keeping the old version, the 1990s version. I'm going to keep there, so it's still there. The 1990s version is still there, but I am working on the modernized version of it. So I have been going through and doing multiple rounds of editing to try to update that to modern times. So that's what I'm going to be continuing today. I'm hoping to get through at least a couple of chapters today. So we'll be doing some heavy duty sprinting, trying to get through those chapters here today. So what do we want to do time wise? What do we typically do? We do 30?
20 or 25. I could do
25?
25 maybe, start strong.
Yeah, I feel like we like work our way up. I feel like is what we've been doing lately.
Okay. We do that.
Okay. So we are going to go with 25, and that is going to take us to about 7:35 here. I'm going to give myself the grace of about a minute or two. We're going to go to about 7:35 with sprint number 1. So let's go ahead and start sprinting. See everybody back at 7:35.
Get that music ready.
The music is coming.
Nice.
Well, we are back 35 minutes after, and
Are we back?
we are
That was
back.
fast.
I know. I just got in the groove of doing something. I was in the middle of something, and then all of a sudden something else popped up, and I was doing that, and then I looked up, and I'm like, whoa, 35 after. We got to jump back on some things right now. So, how did we do in sprint number 1? How productive were we in our productivity sprints?
I wrote my email about the cover. I tried to find it again, but it wasn't on the same like URL, but those change all the time. So I'm hoping it's not gone. And then I looked at the feedback from beta readers because I got a new one in. It's all over the place. It's great. So that's good. And then I started working on.
That can be a good thing.
And then I started working on outlining another video for like another little themed video thing about romantic suspense books and authors. So I'm just like chugging along. Feels good. You guys are doing it for me.
Romantic suspense authors.
Yeah. Who jumps to your mind?
Nicole from Who Picked This Book would be a good reference for that if you need help with that, because she is the whole romantic suspense category of the Black Aweenathon recommendation list is her doing. So
nice.
that'd be a great resource if you need one for that. I got a load of laundry started. I got some dishes washed. I finished my food. I got through 2 chapters. So in the Undead Truth of Us, I am just under the 2/3 mark. So I got about 130 or so pages left to read. So we'll see how far I get in the next sprint. Because whatever we do in the second hour, I'm going to try to be writing then. So I'm like, let me get some more housework done. And I didn't start reading as soon as the sprint started because of the other stuff I was doing. So hopefully I get more this time.
Nice.
All right. Chance to lock in here on the next one. So I was doing some editing. I got about on this chapter, I got about maybe halfway through, and just trying to clean it up, work on flow, and then, as I said earlier, modernizing it a little bit to try to bring it into more current time. So that was a fun process to get on that and get in a nice little groove. And so, maybe my 25 minutes, it went fast. It went fast, not gonna lie. So so nice and productive there. And I'll probably, if not this sprint, probably the third one, start to work on some querying options again. So kind of get that out there as well. So that's kind of where I was at here. Let me check, see if somebody had any comments here. Welcome. Hi, folks. Mr. Rorosui. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly.
No, it's hard to say.
Don't get too mad at me if I didn't. Because we appreciate you coming through. Welcome. Let's see. Oh, look at Margaret getting in there.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it when it would start the sound thing, so I waited until I could do it on mute.
Let's see. I don't know. I haven't heard from her, so not quite sure. But our best wishes go to her, and that's our girl. That's our home girl. We miss her. Let's see.
Totally agree with that.
Absolutely. Started an arc of a book called Monarch Rising by Harper Glenn.
New to me.
I have to look that one up. That one did not jump out.
Nina and Pat stay like dropping books that I've never heard of by authors I've never heard of. It's always a pleasure.
I like that. I like just people coming in with that different perspective. So that's definitely one that I'll put on my list to check out. Margaret coming in. So yeah, we are definitely holding her space. So Steph's space is definitely here, and miss her energy and her joyful personality. And look forward to having her back. Let's see, little love right there. Nay Z, one of my all-time favorites, is back. Thank you for coming through. Nay Z always has a lot of great recommendations for books. So feel free to drop some recommendations in the chat. Would love to hear that, and always looking forward to some different titles that might be off my radar but should be on my radar. So
I read a whole mess of books this month and last month. This month because I had wisdom tooth surgery and then I had my booster shot, so I've been like just doing nothing for several days at a time. And so yeah, I'm like through 15 books, and there's some good ones I just sort of like randomly picked up. Library Hall. Yeah.
So you had wisdom tooth surgery. Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was not as bad as I thought at all. They're upper.
Yeah.
So apparently that's like nothing. I was like, okay, first time, best time. Let's make it the last time.
I had the last time I did that, I had two old ones taken out at the same time. One was right on the borderline of being infected, so it was kind of painful. But you know what? It was less painful to get it taken out than it was to keep it. So I was definitely glad to get those out of there.
Yeah, I got all mine done at one time. I was like, just take them all out now, because I don't know if I'll have insurance later to get this done if they become an issue. So let's just do it now.
Yeah.
Because I had just graduated and I was like in my starting my career as a software developer, and I just kept having headaches, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I was like, yo, this makes it really hard to work in this building with all these open windows and bright fluorescent lights and whatnot. Like I cannot take it. And like the bottom two were like growing in, impacted. And he was like, well, the other two aren't bad. No, let's just take them all out. Let's just do it. One and done. One and done. Because the other part was like I'd have to take off again and I'd have to pay for it. So it was just like, might as well.
No, I hear you. Yeah, a lot of people that have headaches, they don't realize that can be what it is. A lot of times, that's a good point that you mentioned.
It's really crazy how much things in your mouth can affect your headaches and migraines.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, a lot of people you get. I was told you get used to the headache, and then when it flares up and it gets worse, then you really notice it. And then all of a sudden, you got something like a tooth issue. You get it taken out, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, because in my experience, the headaches come before the toothache comes. Like your head has been hurting for a while before you even really realize that something is wrong with your mouth.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. Noted. Tucked away, filed away. Ugh. Okay.
Good advice.
Yep.
So Monarch Rising is dystopian novel, and I do like dystopian stories. So there's another one for you, Margaret. I do like dystopian novels. So if that ever comes up, so just keep that.
I could do tropes for dystopian. That's a smaller. I was thinking genre. Dystopian isn't its own genre, but
that's true.
Yeah.
It's sort of more of a sub-genre, but yeah, it could be if you want to dig down into some.
It really, honestly, should be though, because I feel like just because of how it surpasses so many things, right? Like there's like romance and mystery, right? And romantic suspense, but suspense is still its own category. Like there's like dystopians in multiple categories, right? Like they're in science fiction and fantasy.
I feel like it goes under the umbrella of science fiction and fantasy, which are under the umbrella itself of speculative fiction, which I learned last week. So I was like, let's just call it all that.
Right, because horror is under that umbrella too. But you don't necessarily horror and science fiction as being the same thing, even though technically, for all intents and purposes, they are.
You got a lot to think about, huh?
I would have put horror under like thriller category. No, you're saying But maybe that's
No,
because I don't even know what horror
definitely
is.
is under the speculative and sci-fi umbrella
Because
of the elements of it. Like usually there's like ghosts or some haunting or supernatural things, or it like test the bounds of like science and what you know in reality.
Okay.
Like thrillers go more under suspense because they're more like contemporary. They're usually set in like real time. There's not a lot of fantastical elements with them.
Got it.
There's some genre bending there, but yeah.
Right, because they definitely mesh well. But it's how for like so many black sci-fi contests, I've been able to write in them because horror comes under that speculative sci-fi umbrella. Okay. I didn't know this till I started writing it, but
there you go. Spreading the word.
Let's see. Nazy says, just finished Lost Boy, the true story of Captain Hook. Totally out of my comfort zone, and I loved it.
So is this like a Captain Hook like redemption arc, or like in like a different thing? Because if it is, I'm totally here for it. Like I always love things like that, like how the villain became the villain, or were they really the villain, depending on who's telling the story. So if it's that, I totally want to read this.
So that's kind of what they did with Hunger Games. With Hunger Games, the last Hunger Games story, they kind of did that, going back with President Snow in the last Hunger Games. They kind of go back to his origins.
I didn't watch the last one.
The last book or the last movie?
The last book.
Okay, I haven't read that. I was like, the last movie? Yeah, I mean, it's been years since I've seen it, but if you're talking about the like, because it's like a prequel book, right? The one that just came out in the last like 3 years. Yeah, I haven't read it, but that's what I thought it was from the way it was being described. Like it was like a how did we get here type of deal.
Yeah, some people didn't like it. Some people, well, a lot of people don't want to. Well, there's other backstories that people wanted more than that one, and sometimes people don't want to know the backstory of the villain. So,
right.
So it was kind of interesting that she went in that direction, but yeah. So it was that villain backstory. So yeah, Nazy, let us know. I'm curious about that one. I'll do some
because like so I've watched the cartoon of I don't know if it's the Killing Joke, the Batman, and it's like the Joker's like origin story type of deal. Like I've watched that, but I haven't seen the Joker with like Joaquin Phoenix. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, that movie was it was I want to see it again. I watched it once and it's
okay. So it's like I might have to watch it a couple times to really like decide how I feel.
Okay. There's a lot going on with mental health, a lot of issues going on there as you start to see how Joker is shaped. I don't want to give too much of it away, but it's good. It's deep and edgy, and you know, not typical what I would expect.
It's still on HBO Max till the end of this month, so I'm gonna give it a watch if it is.
Yeah, nice. You might need to watch it twice though, but it's
okay. I got 5 days. I could watch a movie twice in 5 days. Believe me.
I hear that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Dystopian is interesting because the ones I've read are vaguely futuristic, but usually don't actually get into technology or science.
Right.
But they also don't have magic.
Right. Which is the like interesting part.
Yeah. It's just grim.
Right.
It's a grim future, but it is the future, so you can't know it.
Sadness, like it's just no optimism anywhere. Is the truth of it.
Oh, I've had so much of that lately.
Man, bruh, like I mean, low key, we've been walking into our own dystopian future for a few years now. If we're being honest with ourselves.
I mean, doesn't it really? Yeah. I mean, seriously, we're living a dystopian story right now. It feels like.
Right.
Totally.
Let's see. Ooh, Shay, did you hear about
details?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about for the last Black girl standing. Oh, you might not have been here when I said it, but yeah. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on my sorority horror short story for that. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Even if I don't, it'll probably be the short story I release before the year is out. So like if I find out like that I don't get it, it'll probably be somewhere for y'all to read somehow.
All right. We'll be on the lookout. Let's see, Margaret. Okay. See if Nazy comes back and
Margaret with the hosting duties. I just be like, I'm here, y'all.
I was just curious because when I looked it up, it called it something, but then I was like, but how would with our
What does
understanding
that
that we
mean?
just
How does that translate?
Yeah.
Got you.
so just wanted another opinion.
in speculative fable retelling. Okay, maybe we'll see.
They call it dark fantasy, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, dark fantasy really doesn't get. Thank you, love. Dark fantasy really don't give me nothing other than like it might not be for kids.
Right.
Like that's what I got from it. Like if
Right.
it's YA, it's definitely upper YA.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Interesting stuff.
Right.
All right.
You
Ready for sprint number 2 here?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna go. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna go to about what 7:25.
8?
28.
8:25?
8:25. You're right. I'm going back in time here. We're going back to the future.
Hey, we were speculative fiction just a second ago. So.
Right. I was like, I mean, that's my time, but I feel like we're not. Are we in the same time zone?
No, I think we're all in different time zones.
We're all
okay, right. That's why I was like, I mean, yeah, it'll be right for me, but it's not normally right for me when Sandy says it. Wait a minute now.
All right, so we'll keep it simple and we'll go 25 after. That's what we'll go. Or do you want to just go 30? Let's go 30 after. Want to go 30?
30 afterwards.
All right, we'll go 30 after.
All right.
Just to throw Margaret off here a little bit.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go 30 after. So see you guys back at the bottom of the hour. They need to have like a fade out so you can just like fade it out real slowly.
You can use the volume control.
And it'll fade it out?
No, you have to do it like doink, doink.
It's
not bad.
Look at Shay got a little mood lighting going on back there.
I can't have it too bright because I'm like nursing a migraine. But it's like if I did turn it on, it would be so dark in here y'all wouldn't see me. So it's like to make sure y'all know there is a third co-host.
Got it.
Hi.
All right, we got you. We are on it. We are on it. We're on it. So before we get to at least probably the last sprint, I would say maybe we could chat a little bit about what we all have coming up on our channel. And since I'm the one that's slacking the most, and I'm the host, I'm going to choose to go last because I need to think up something. No, I don't really need to, but actually, I am going to get into recording some videos. I have, I work on a college campus, and so this is a incredibly busy time of the year for me. So I need to get back into the groove of video production. So I am going to be working on that. I do have some ideas written down. I'm going to write some more down and start to get back into that, change up the format just a little bit, and get some things going. So Margaret is going for that angle right there.
We see the dead body lying up there looking for attention.
Oh, look at that. Up. I see a little bit of movement there.
There he went. He doesn't like to be featured, but he's been whining the whole sprint. So.
Yeah, you put him on blast right there. He was like, I'm out of here. Didn't want to be on blast. So, yeah. Shay, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Well, I got the things that I'm ending September with. So on Tuesday for our September episode of Writerly Conversations, Britt and I will be discussing Blood Like Fate. And where's the Undead Truth of Us? I know it's like it's right here in front of me. And the Undead Truth of Us, we will be discussing these that came out last month on the same day, actually, I believe. And then on Wednesday, Deidre from Shade Tree Reads and I will be finishing up our third quarter. The Coin Slot Chronicles Read Along by Rashad Jennings. Will be discussing the fourth and final book, Arcade and the Dazzling Truth Detector. Somewhere in there will be a video like, hey, catch up, this what's going on, a very sporadic vlog. And then, of course, October is Preptober, November NaNoWriMo. So, the streams are going to be ramping up and more things are going to be worked on. So it's like there's a lot of things, but I'm also like, just keep swimming. So,
yeah, you do a lot of things on other people's channels too that I don't even hear about. So like I was just looking for something on I think I took a link from one of the Black Aweenathon Rex lists, and it took me to a discussion with Nicasia Afia, and I was like, I'm gonna read her book like in the next couple weeks. I didn't even know that this was here, but now it's on my watch.
Yeah, last year for Black Aweenathon. Yeah. Last year for Black Aweenathon. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited to listen to that one.
All right. Margaret, what you got coming up?
So everything. This week is, well, it felt like I was trying to dial things back and then they just said no. I don't know why the month just seems to get more cluttered. But it's all good things. This week I've got my Patreon book chat with Paula Butterfield, who's a Pacific Northwest writer. She wrote a novel about women in art, Berthe Morisot, the impressionist in France at the turn of the 19th century. So that's going to get right in my historical niche. And then Friday we're doing the science fiction and fantasy tropes version of the panel I did today, which is Smash or Pass Tropes Edition. So that should be fun. And then, let's see, then October starts, and I've got the BookTube stuff, the productivity sprint, the AuthorTubers host karaoke, Neither of you guys have come over for that. I'm a little disappointed. Second Saturday of the month, we just have an evening where we're like singing and hollering and letting out steam and stress, and it's therapeutic. It's nice. Let's see. Then we've got, I don't know, BookTube stuff, more TikTok themed stuff, and an author panel in October, which is going to be about short story collections. So we'll see.
Nice.
Excited
nice.
about. Yeah.
So we had a little mention of NaNoWriMo, which is coming up in November. So
Long time.
Too far off. But you know what's not too far off.
End of the year.
Preptober.
Well, true.
For NaNoWriMo. So
true.
You got to get your Preptober game up. So just for all you NaNoWriMers, just start thinking about what your project is going to be, because I am kicking back and forth between two projects that I want to do. So I'm trying to keep my eyes on the prize with one project, book 3 in my 5-book series that I want to get going. So that's probably going to be the one that I'm going to work on in NaNoWriMo. So you guys know what you want to work on yet? I know Margaret's like, that's way too far down the line.
That's too far down. I did get an idea yesterday for a whole new series, but I don't know if it's too weird. We'll see. It's marinating. It's marinating.
Okay.
What about you, Shay?
So I have 2 novels that I've been putting like a lot of work in throughout the years, and so I'm gonna pick one of the 2 to go with. I don't know which one yet. But for like the next quarter though, like October, November, December, I'm working to get my short story collection completed and like beta read and like ready to send in the editor by like January, February time frame. So
Excellent.
yeah. Also, when you say you haven't seen us come by karaoke, are you meaning like we haven't popped into the chat, or are you suggesting that we should try to sing karaoke? I just would like clarification.
I'm suggesting you come over and sing with us.
Okay, now what I can say I will do is I will hop in the chat. I cannot say that it will go past that, depending on, what might be going in my life at the time. But I will definitely make sure to stop by one of your karaoke sessions.
Awesome.
In the spirit of compromise, I concur. I will I will roll through the chat as well, and
all right.
I will be a lurker, in the chat. So I will be lurking, and I could
have fun.
Offer a comment here and there, So
yeah,
just,
people do like ask for requests, and that's sometimes helpful, and sometimes it just gets lost in the shuffle because we have to like find a karaoke version and then load it up with the person who's singing and everything. So there's like a little bit of logistics involved, but we get some songs out and everyone has a good laugh and it's good. So I only have like 2 on my list for next weekend. I got to get on what I'm going to sing. So we'll see.
That sounds like a lot of bit of logistics right there. So I'm glad you got that under control.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
All right, team. We got one more sprint in us.
Yes,
definitely.
We want to stay at 25, 30, 20, 15, 10 touchdown.
I'm fine with 25. Like we both started nodding when you said 25. So
yep, 25 is good.
25 it is. All right, so we will go until 5 after the hour, and we will regroup and we'll put a bow tie on it for the night.
All right.
Yay.
All right. Happy sprinting.
Don't die.
Let's get some music up in here. Okay, I tried that staggered thing. It kind of worked, but then I wasn't right even at the end, and it played me because it went totally mute, and there was still blue line left there. So I feel like I was disenfranchised. I'm really upset right now.
I think it sounded fine, Sandy. I think you did a good job.
Okay.
I got 3 out of my 4 tasks done. That's good. And I got a page in red ink. So like the bottom here and then the top is like beginning of a short story or something more. I'm not sure yet, but I'm liking it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Feeling good about it. That's good. That's good.
How about you guys?
I got pretty much through that chapter, so I was good. I hoped for a couple chapters, but I got through one chapter, which was good. I definitely improved the flow much more, and so I was really, really happy about that. Little modernization was good too, but mainly I did more work to improve the flow, which was good. So I was definitely happy about that. We're getting much closer to get it out to some beta readers and to getting that party started. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, good stuff for me. And Shay, how did it go for you?
So I got some furniture that I've been much needing to like take out to the dumpster out. Got some trash taken out, washed some more clothes. In total, I got about 40 pages listened to because I was listening to the audiobook and then I found where I was in the book and I got 194 words. So it was pretty productive stream for me. I got quite a bit done. So I needed this productivity time. So yes, for remembering in advance to do this.
Excellent. Always good to be productive during a productivity sprint. So definitely no complaints about that. Margaret, you were having some cat issues going on there.
Oh, he just flounced off and then sharpened his claws and was like looking at me. You know, the normal cat thing. Yeah. No, I'm glad we had this too because I've been lagging on the executive function end of the scale. It's just been dragging for weeks. So I had a video a few weeks ago where I was talking about, was it a video? Maybe it was a blog post, but I was talking about burnout and how I was finally admitting like there's been burnout. That's what this is. And like 3 years of it. And so like, oh, that's what this feeling is. And like there's highs and lows, but like it's consistently lower. So yeah, and the past couple weeks have just been pretty bad. So I haven't been able to focus on much. So this was good. This was like collected, like able to do things. So thank you guys.
No, I feel you there. I mean, it definitely helped me to really lock in and just kind of get in a nice groove of doing a few different things. So yeah, I was definitely thankful for it.
Yeah. Cool deal.
All right. So we are about ready to wrap this bad dog up. I don't even know what we haven't made a decision yet about next month. We could probably talk about that off screen, or I don't even know who's next. Who got next? Shay got next.
Yep. And that would be October 30th. 30th. That's my sister's birthday.
Are we good for the 30th? Because I can make it now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Boom. Same time, 6 p.m. Central.
Works for me. Let's do it.
Me.
Okay, I will make it now.
All right, fans, you all heard it.
Feel free to require costumes. Spice it up. Come on, spice it up.
Sandy know me well enough to know that it is not going to be a requirement. A suggestion, encouraged, yeah, but a requirement,
require some effort. How about that? Just put something.
It was the day before Halloween. So
yeah,
could be. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out here. I can't say I'm going to run out to the store and get me a costume, but I might be able to cobble something together here.
That's what we're talking about. Yes.
Okay.
Creative license.
All right. Well, Thanks everybody for tuning in this evening. As I mentioned, if you guys go to the description box, you will see information for all our channels and our sister stuff who we miss and hope is doing well. Her stuff, her information is down there in the chat or in the description, I should say, as well. So with that, we will reconvene on Sunday, October the 30th. Same time, different channel. So be on the lookout. Check out Shay's channel. That's where it's going to be. That's where we will be gathering. She will be the host, and we will see you then. And so with that, have a good night. And everybody, have a great week coming up.
Peace out. Bye.